You know, there are many times we use the cliche, they're doing God's work. Well, it's not a cliche, it is factual with the group of people I have with me today from Hosparus Health. They've got a big event coming up. They're celebrating 40 years as an organization. With me now is Bob Mueller, Senior Vice President of Hosparus Health. Bob, welcome.
Thank you.
Also with us, Tony Heitzman. Tony is one of the first chaplains at Hosparus Health. Tony, welcome in.
Thank you.
And to my left, this is what the event's all about. Here we go. The chef is with us. Chef Jacyln Joseph with the Omni. Chef, welcome in.
Thank you.
Pastry chef, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not hungry yet, you will be by the end of the segment. Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you first. 40th anniversary. And when I say doing God's work, Hosparus Health, tell me a little bit about the history, how it started, how you came to the organization, and where you are today.
We started in 1978, this being our 40th, and it was all volunteers when it first started. And now it's grown terrifically, especially in the last 3 years. We're up to serving over 1,300 patients and families on a daily basis. We covered 10 Southern Indiana counties and 27 Kentucky counties. The growth has been awesome for both hospice and palliative care. And we're so thrilled to be at the Omni this year. First time we've ever been there, and we have close to 700 people coming, counting the dinner and the lounge.
Yeah, this is the 13th annual Hosparus Health Candle Glow Gala. And for folks who would like to attend, because there's so many of us watching who've been affected in a positive way with Hosparus Health, how can they attend? What do they need to do? And I bet they, you know, because to me it's kind of a celebration of what you do. You come in a critical time, however, it's a celebration of life, correct?
Correct, it is, and we'll do awards that night. We'll tell some wonderful Hosparus Health stories, and it is a fundraiser too, so love to have people still join us. Even this late, we can still get you in.
Oh, fantastic. All right, Tony, talk to me a little bit about where Hosparus was when you first became a chaplain there, and where it is today for you personally, your personal story.
Yes. When I first got there, they just had volunteers, and then they had some part-time chaplains, and then they needed some full-time chaplains. So I signed my name in, and they applied my name, and they hired me. And that was in 1987. I'm sorry, 1986, I guess it was, yeah. And then went from there and was there 27 years full-time. And now it's still volunteer now and then.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I would think for you, Bob, and for you, Tony, as well, you talk about rewarding work, knowing that you're doing something positive that directly affects people in a positive way in their time of need. For you as a chaplain, that has to be rewarding.
Very, very satisfying, and just met so many wonderful people. And, you know, we worked as a team, you know, with a nurse, chaplain, social worker, a CNA, and then a doctor. And the three that I like to remember is that volunteered and became full-time was Pat Webb, Dr. Lowell Katz, and Marilyn Spinks, who was the founder. And she went to England to learn about hospice, came back and started it here in Louisville.
Fantastic. See, I'm glad you gave them a little bit of a shout out there. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to our chef, pastry chef Jacyln.
Yes.
All right, Jacyln, this event. Okay, you have an event, but when it's at the Omni, you're stepping up your game, right?
Absolutely. Yes, of course.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what you have here on display and what will be served that night.
Yeah, so this is our white chocolate and peppermint red velvet gâteau.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
So this looks a little holiday-esque, doesn't it?
It is, a little bit, yeah.
You were telling me you went to Sullivan?
I did, yes.
And Chef, for you, when you can be a part of an event like this, that it was with an organization that has such a positive impact on our community, feels pretty good, right?
Absolutely, yes. So
Fantastic.
I'm excited and honored.
I would be as well. Take a look at this dessert, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before when the segment started, if you weren't hungry prior to, you will be now. That is absolutely beautiful and delicious, I am sure, as well. Okay, Bob, once again, we're going to put up the information up on the screen. The 13th annual Hosparus Health Candle Glow Gala. There's the information there. Tell folks how they can get tickets, what they need to do, and again, tell your friends, right?
Correct. Just call our general number, 456-6200, and ask for the development department, and we'll make sure you get there.
Bob, Tony talked about volunteers. Is there still a need for volunteers?
Absolutely. We now have staff close to 700 people, and we have that many volunteers, too. We always need more because we're serving so many patients and families.
All right. Again, Hosparus Health, and as I said, you are truly doing God's work. Tony, thank you. Everything you've done.
Thank you
so
for having us.
very much. We're going to show you their website here. Bob Mueller, thank you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you. Because that looks absolutely beautiful. Again,
Thank you.
you are invited to the 13th Annual Hosparus Healthcare Candle Glow Gala. We'll be right back on Wave 3 Listens.
It's the Light Up the Holidays sales event at the Kia